Good day. Today's readings are from Deuteronomy chapter 7, verses 6 through 11. Moses speaking to the people, reminding them that they are chosen not because of their size or strength, but purely because God loves them. From the first letter of John, chapter 4, verses 7 through 16, where John declares plainly that God is love, and whoever remains in love remains in God. And from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, verses 25 through 30, where Jesus gives thanks that the Father hides these things from the wise and learned, but reveals them to little ones, then offers his great invitation, "Come to me, all who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest." Now let me tell you what these readings are really saying to you today. Moses stood before a people who had every reason to doubt themselves. They were small, they were outnumbered, they had come out of slavery, and yet Moses looked at them and said, "You are sacred to the Lord, not because you earned it, not because you proved something." Moses was clear. You were the smallest of all nations. God chose you because of love, and because of a fidelity that runs deeper than any circumstance you can name. Hear what God is showing you through this today. The choosing has already happened. I am is already within you. The infinite creative power did not set its heart on you because your record was spotless or your effort was extraordinary. It chose you before any of that. And the psalm today is the same. He pardons all your iniquities, heals all your ills, redeems your life from destruction. Before you strive, before you have earned anything, before you can even frame the asking, you are already met, already chosen, already loved. And then Jesus speaks. He praises the Father for hiding these things from the wise and the learned and revealing them to little ones. This is the great secret at the center of the law. The wise and the learned, those who approach God through intellect alone, through argument, through forcing the outer world into compliance, they miss the truth entirely. But the little ones, those who go within with simplicity and trust, those who approach not with the sophistication of the reasoning mind, but with the childlike humility of I am, they receive everything. The Father hands all things over to the Son, Jesus says, and the Son is I am within you. No one knows the Father except through this inner knowing. You will not think your way to God. You will feel your way in. John makes it plain. God is love. Not that God resembles love or merely approves of love. God is love itself. And if that is true, and I tell you it is, then every time you hold your desire in tenderness rather than in grasping, every time you assume the best for yourself and for another, every time you dwell in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, not in fear, not in strain, but in the warmth of a love that already knows the end, you are God operating in the world. You are, I'm expressing as love. John says, no one has ever seen God, yet if we love one another, God remains in us. This is not sentiment. This is the law. God cannot be observed from the outside. God can only be expressed from within, and the expression is love. The assumption held in love, released in love, trusted in love. Now hear the practical word. Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened." He is not speaking only to tired bodies. He is speaking to every one of you who has been forcing, straining, pushing at the outer world, trying to make your desire real through sheer willpower and manipulation of circumstance. That is the heavy yoke. That is the burden. And he says, "Take my yoke, learn from me, meek and humble of heart." The meekness Jesus teaches here, the meekness he truly lived and embodied, is the inner posture of assumption. You do not force the world to change. You enter the upper room of your own consciousness. You take on the feeling of the wish already fulfilled, and you rest there. The yoke is easy because you are not pushing the river. You are simply being the state. You are already chosen. You are already loved. You are already held. Now rest in it. Today, take one desire, one that has felt heavy, one you have been laboring over, and go within. Not with force, not with pleading. Simply assume in the warmth of love that it is done. Speak the word within. Feel the naturalness of a life in which that thing is already true. That is what Moses declared to a people too small to believe it. That is what Jesus lived and taught, so that every one of us might see it and do likewise. The inner word, spoken in love, is enough. Until tomorrow, I love you.